Thank you very much for clicking on my video. My name is Mintz-Woo. I'm a lecturer at University College Cork here in Ireland, and I'm very excited to be promoting the Good Food Institute for Project for Awesome 2022. The Good Food Institute is an institute that tries to produce, support, and generate the policy for alternatives to animal agriculture meat. That is fake meat products, alternative meat products, or clean meat, as it's sometimes called, and other things like that. So what I'm going to suggest is there's at least 3 major reasons to support the Good Food Institute, and click support today. So the first, and maybe the least obvious, is that alternative meats can be valuable for addressing global poverty. There's a couple of reasons for that, and the most important one is that it's very expensive to eat and produce meat, especially for the developing countries. And non-animal-based alternatives, which can be just as healthy or maybe even more healthy, can help reduce inequality and help promote development. The second reason, and maybe the one that's closest to my heart as an expert in climate change, is that animal agriculture is a major contributor to emissions globally. Globally, we're sort of looking at somewhere between 22 and 35% of global emissions are from animal agriculture, depending on exactly how you measure it. And that's driven largely by specific animals, and in particular, what we call the ruminants. That's cattle, cows, goats, and sheep, who produce extra amounts of methane, and methane is an extremely significant contributor to global warming, more so than carbon. So alternatives that avoid that kind of animal agriculture is extremely valuable for the climate and for environment more broadly. And that leads us to the impact to the animals themselves. And of course, when we think about intensive animal agriculture, we often are aware of the massive harms that have been visited on these animals, largely due to the work of Peter Singer in the 80s and 90s. And we see that these animals are not able to exercise their natural behaviors. They are chock full of steroids and antibiotics, which can inculcate zoonoses, which is something, of course, today in 2022 that we're very concerned about. And of course, there are other environmental harms having to do with waste and so forth. So for these reasons and more, I think you should click to support the Good Food Institute for Project for Awesome 2024. Thank you very much for watching.